Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. Today I want to do an experiment where I take a guitar DI and make it sound like a bass. And everyone knows in Thal, guitar sounds like bass already, but what happens if you use guitar for both the guitar and bass? Does it make a difference? Does it not? Who knows? Let's find out. If you want to join the Discord server, by the way, the link is in the description, but let's just get into it. So I showed this mix in my last video, but this is the bass as it is right now. I'm doing a split, so I have my usual bass sub track as well as nuclear bass from Octo audio, and it sounds like this. Kind of a bad tone, but it's okay. But let's delete it, mute the bass entirely, and I'll just straight up take the DI from the guitar that's already recorded, put it in the bass, and I'm just gonna copy paste it because I mean it's just a bass track, it's not going to be too apparent. Alright, so let's see how that sounds. Not good. Probably doesn't help that I have transpose on, don't ask why. First I'm going to turn off the processing and see how that just sounds by default. Just sounds like a dead bass, to be honest. So going back, turning everything back on, I'll go into the distortion track and see what I can do there. First I'm turning up the gate because it's obnoxious. There is so much noise in this signal. And since I know you're gonna ask, I have Thal amp without the amplifier on, just strictly for the tone match, Saturn II, Thal amp again, just strictly for the cab. Everything else is off, and everything else is just the typical bass processing that I started doing. Could probably get away with a lot more saturation at this point. That all should be fine. That 269 buildup is kind of nuts. Without it, with the cut, just makes it a little bit more manageable. I will try maybe adding more high end, but I don't really want to add. Like, I want to do it in more natural sounding, so I'll probably use Gullfoss. Kind of wish there was a bit more. Let's start going to the bus because I'm noticing that it's not doing too much when I'm messing with just the grit track, and I want it to have more like clank in a way. So let's take bend, just overdo it. Hearing that like almost 200 hertz range again. Or not, 372, something like that. See how it sounds in the mix. Let's hear it in the full mix, but what I'll do is I'll have the first section be the DI from the guitar, and then the second half will be the usual bass tone. Immediately the original bass has much more bass, but I know my low end's a problem, so that might be it. For the guitar DI as the bass, I kind of still feel like it's missing a lot, to be honest. Just gonna turn all this off real quick. That might sound cool. What do you think? I might end up turning on the amp just for more something. Turn on the gate again. Gee whiz. Now it's like super scratchy, so let's fix that. Maybe with Soothe. It might be easier with Soothe. Hear it in the full mix. Maybe overdoing Soothe isn't the move. So what I'll do instead is on the EQ before the amp, see what I can do there. And you know, just for the hell of it, like, make it really match the bass as much as possible. Do a boost. Or we can also do our bass. That high frequency is killing me, man. See what else I can adjust to accommodate that high-end bump there. That helped a lot. This was fully maxed, so I'm just gonna put it back down. Still gonna bother me. It's kind of, not really close, but probably get closer with EQ matching, but I'm trying to not do that. I know the bass that I had in that tone isn't particularly bright or anything. I'll turn it down a little bit more. There we go. Can also, just for the hell of it, just put the transpose -12. Or not. To be honest, I had slightly higher hopes. I do have a guitar bass. And now I'll find a chug, because why not? See how that sounds. That's not it. Too, though, I'll try the other bus, so let's put on here instead. That almost sounds more like a bass. Probably help if I did the right thing. I mean, it's closer. I'm sure there's some plugin or some sort of processing that I'm not aware of that would make this more in line with an actual bass rather than just EQ matching, which is what I was trying to get away with, but I mean, it kind of works, but I wouldn't recommend it. I am much better at making my guitar sound like a bass rather than being the bass, which I guess makes sense. I have had a video in the past where I actually used the guitar bass as the guitar and the bass, but that instrument is kind of just different in general and it works, hence the name guitar bass. If you're interested, you can click on the card in one of those corners, but guitar DI as a bass, nah. If you want to see me make a bass sound like a guitar, however, I can do that next time if you want. Anyway, I know again it was a different video, but I'm trying to experiment more, see what works. Again, if you want to join the Discord server, the link is in the description. My merch is beneath the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.